Hi everyone, welcome back to CK's channel. My name is Tshiamo Mohlahlana and I'm a first year medical student at the University of Pretoria. Don't mind me looking over here, I just have some notes to follow so that I don't miss anything. In high school, I would say I was generally a learner that did well. I was always in the top 5 of my grade, and yeah, I got 4 distinctions in matric. In mathematics, BD, home language, life sciences, and life orientation, and then the rest were level 6. And then the other subjects that I did were geography, physical sciences, and English first additional language. Yeah, I was happy with my results, with my 4 distinctions. I was pretty happy, and I was hoping to get into medicine at Wits or UCT or UP-ish, yeah, except I didn't apply to UP. But yeah, I was hoping to get into medicine. I only applied to Wits, UCT, UJ, not for medicine obviously. UL and Stays, I'm not sure. I remember starting UL application. I don't remember finishing it. Or maybe I did. Stays, I don't know. I'm not even sure if I even started the application. I wasn't that serious with the whole applying thing. I wasn't that serious. Yeah, and I also didn't really ask anyone. I didn't know that much about it, and maybe I didn't even care to know. And then for UJ, I started the application. Maybe I finished it. Jiggy a couple of days later, we regret. What? It's like they didn't even consider me. They just decided, no, she sounds like trouble. I'm sorry. Stellies, maybe Stellies was just a thought, a good thought that I never went ahead and actually. Yeah, but anyways, and I applied for SMU as well. I applied at Tshiamo Mohlahlana. Okay, another reason I wasn't serious with the whole application thing is that I was glitching and I was failing. The second half of my matric, I was really going through a lot. I was at my lowest. I was probably even depressed actually. I think I was depressed. I had to study for my prelims. On top of that, I have to study for my prelims. I have to apply for bursaries, financial aid. I just have to be serious. The exam, they're also coming. I don't know how I did it all. Sometimes I try to pull this tough face. I try to look tough, but it didn't always work. Yeah, which is why I'm actually proud of my achievements then, because I knew I was going through a lot and I still was able to bag 4 distinctions. Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So now I have some tips for matrics, or grade 11, grade 10, anyone. I just have tips. If you want them, they can apply to you. Take them. Number 1, don't be like me. Do not be like me. Apply everywhere. Don't be picky. Go to an high. I'll only apply to the top 3 universities. I'll only apply to Wits and UCT. I'll only apply. No. Apply. Get a list of universities that offer what you want, that offer medicine or what you want. Get a list. When you finish something, applying for, you're not ill, you tick it off. You finish another application, tick. Finish, tick. Yeah, apply to as many universities as possible. I know for some of us it can be a challenge, especially considering the application fees. But try your best. You never know which one can take you. Try your best. These universities are picky with the students they take. Try your best to apply to as many universities as possible. And then number 2, I would say apply early, guys. Apply early, because with me, when I wanted to apply here at UP for medicine, the applications were already closed. So thing is with UP, the applications, they close end of May, end of June, somewhere there. I just remember it's earlier than the other facilities for medicine. So when I wanted to apply, they were already closed, so I couldn't apply to UP for medicine. Yeah, in 2020. By the way, I did my metric in 2019. I completed that 2019. 2020 was varsity. Yeah. And then another thing, which is important, obviously, apply for bursaries. Apply for bursaries, apply for NSFAS, apply for universities. University is expensive. Apply for financial aid with the universities as well. Yeah, some of them have financial aid things. Apply for that. And yeah, funding is very important. Just apply for funding and hopefully things will go well. We have this thing of saying, I'll start in matric, I'll start in for finals, I'll be serious around the time for the final or prelims or whatnot. Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't be the weapon formed against yourself. Because with me, UCT rejected me for medicine and they said your grade 11 results are not good enough. My grade 11 wasn't that good. It was, I guess I wasn't as serious, or maybe I didn't think universities would consider my grade 11. Yeah, I was just, like, I was fine, but then I think could have done better. You see, I had a couple of 5s, I think. Yeah, I could have done better. Be serious in grade 10, grade 11, these universities are looking at grade 11, guys. Be serious. Grade 12, be serious. From the get-go, don't wait for finals. Grade 12, be serious. From first 10, when I was serious. Yeah, don't procrastinate being serious with your studies. Another piece of advice that I have for you is to ask for help. Ask for help. Well, here I'm talking about applying. Yeah, so ask people who are in varsity or have been to varsity or they just know how these things work. Ask them to help you. Yeah, give you some information, help you with applying. I don't know, just be researching it, man. If you can, find someone who can help you and who's willing. That could be very beneficial. I wish I had someone to help me with that. Okay, to be fair, I don't think I asked. I don't think I asked anyone to help me because they get cool. But anyways, ask for help. Another thing, there are different ways of learning. We know that different learning styles, they are, listen in class, obviously, make notes, visual learning as well, watch videos, guys. I wish I had watched more videos especially for physics and life science, so I wish I had watched more videos in high school. I did start watching more videos in varsity, so I'll explain the whole varsity thing. I'll get there. Yeah, and another thing, there is this channel 319, I think last time I checked, which was many years ago. It was 319 mindset or mindset learning. Yeah, they do cool explanations and yeah, it's a cool channel for high school, especially metric. They sometimes, I think they do past papers. I don't know, but I would say maybe check it out and then it could help you. Another thing, form study groups with your friends. From all your classmates, anyone, from study groups where you get together with the people in your study group and you study with them. By study with them, I mean either you are in the same space but doing your own individual studying, or you are discussing the content, or you take turns to explain the content, because when you're explaining something, you can better understand the thing that you're explaining. Yeah, so that's what I did with my friends since first year of my previous degree. Again, I'll get there. We formed a study group where we met up a certain time each day, okay, a couple of days a week, where we would just sit, do our own work, or discuss or explain. And yeah, and then for the times where we couldn't meet up physically, we would have video calls. We do the video call, we're explaining, or we're just doing our own work. It's like, we must see that you're studying Tshiamo. Yeah. Yeah, this helped me a lot. We really helped get each other through the degree. Yeah, the previous degree again. Yeah. It helped with accountability, especially because when you're alone, it's very easy to say, do I have to study now? Can I do it later? But when you know at 8 or whatever time you have to meet up with people to study, it's not as easy to say, no, I'll do it later. Yeah, so it can help you with accountability. Plus, varsity teamwork. Don't think you can do it alone. Don't isolate yourself. Don't make yourself an island. Another thing, second last, is to use past papers. Practice with past papers. And if you don't have the memo, you can ask your teachers or lecturers, I guess, to help you out. I'm sure they'll be happy to. And there's this app called Anki, A-N-K-I, that I will continue to use for active recall. It helped me a lot for things, theory things, or even anatomy, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I recommend that app, Anki. It's dope. It's dope. You can check it out if you want. And then the last but not least, ask questions where you don't understand. Ask questions, because what if that one question that you are afraid to ask is gonna show up in the test or exam and it's like 5 to 10 marks? So I would say ask the question. And if you don't want to do it in class, you can consult with the teacher or lecturer afterwards, and then they'll be happy to explain what you missed. Just make sure that you don't get left behind because you're afraid of asking a question. No one is gonna read your mind. Ask the questions. Okay, so now, beginning of 2020, that's after my metric, beginning of 2020, my mom and I went to SMU and VETS to give them my final metric results, because there's a private school thing, something they couldn't get my results because I'm not government. Yeah, and I mean, maybe we could have sent the email. I don't know, didn't know much back then. Yeah, anyways, we went there, we gave them my results, and yeah, crossed fingers. SMU, one thing about SMU, they will blue pick you. They will ignore you, they will forget you, or me at least, or just me. I don't know, but that's what happened. My status there didn't change. It was still pending final, something to do with the results. Yeah, until I went there, I gave them. I know they have them, but I didn't change still until long after I'm now started with the degree that I was doing. Yeah. Okay, by the way, I got into medicine after finishing the degree, my previous degree. Let me get into it properly since I rushed it now. But yeah, that's what SMU did to me. I didn't go to SMU. Maybe even now it's still pending. What? Anyways, so I got accepted at UCT for, this is 2020. I got accepted at UCT for Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Human Anatomy and Physiology. So that's 2 majors. Well, I forgave them for rejecting me for medicine, but I'm still happy. I was still happy because 1, it's UCT, 2, it's Cape Town. So I was really happy. And okay, I may have kind of sort of received an acceptance letter call from VETS. at the very last minute for medicine, but I couldn't go because there were some really difficult personal circumstances that were preventing me from doing medicine in fact at that time. Yeah, so I just had to, it broke my heart obviously. It was so difficult to accept it, but I had to forgive the situation, accept, move on, and do my BSc. Yeah, but we don't talk about that because it's a sad story. Anyways, in my former degree, the BSc that I did, I completed it last year. We learned about the chemistry of living things, biochemistry, and then the human body, anatomy and physiology. Yeah, it was, although it wasn't medical student level. Yeah, it was really informative though and interesting. I learned a lot. I ended up enjoying it. Yeah, I enjoyed my degree. Yeah, I'm happy I did it. I enjoyed it. And I feel like it prepared me to an extent for this degree now because I have the varsity experience, the mistakes, the lessons. Yeah, it just made me better understand how I can manage my studying. Yeah, I didn't beat myself up too much for not studying medicine straight from matric. Obviously, I still wanted to pursue medicine after the degree. I knew that. I just had to accept the situation and deal with what I had. Yeah. And things, since I did things like chemistry and physics and biology, go UCT, I didn't have to redo them again now this year in first semester. I got credits for them, meaning I didn't have to do them because I already did them. Yeah, it's like I just automatically passed them anyway. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now in my BSc, I had to make sure that I worked really hard because it's not easy getting into medicine, especially after getting a degree or when you have a degree or when you're not straight from matric. It's pretty difficult. You have to be serious about your studies. You have to pull up your socks and keep them there. Yeah, in my final year, which was last year, 2022, I started applying for medicine at different universities. I applied at UP, Studies, UKZN, WITS, UFS, MMU, and Walter Sisulu. Yeah, at WITS I applied for the graduate entry medical program where instead of first year, you're gonna get into third year medicine if they take you. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then that's the GMP thing. The requirements for that are that you did well in matric, you have a degree, you excelled in the degree. And you pass what they call the WAPT. It's some test to test that you have like the knowledge that the first and second year that the students did, the medical students in vets did in first year and second year, because they can't just put you in third year MG. You have to know the stuff, the anatomy, the physiology, the molecular and tonton. Yeah. So that's the test. While I was applying for varsities, I was still busy with my degree because I was in final year. And on top of that, I was now studying for the WAPT. Yeah, vets. You see. So I was just juggling all of that. And the content was a lot. The content for my degree and for the WAPT, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. Yeah, my friends and I had to incorporate studying for the WAPT into our study sessions. Yeah, and then in September last year, we went to VETS to write the test. And then we came back later that week. We had a neuroanatomy test. It's like we were living for UCT and vets. Anywho, what followed was many rejections. So Studies rejected me in September. last year, obviously. They rejected me in September. And then in December, just to make sure that they made things clear, they reject me again. But by the way, in case you have some other ideas or some wishful thinking, we still don't want you. So they rejected me again, probably even twice that December. But yeah, they just made sure the rejection came through and then I received it straight. Yeah, that was days. Okay, anyways, UFS rejection. Bothazisu rejection. Nelson Mandela rejection. PCT medicine. Well, I stood no chance because grade 11 still wasn't good and they rejected me because of grade 11. And there's a whole thing with UCT medicine after degree. It's too competitive. Something about the 1%, what, it's so difficult to get in. And on top of that, I had to rewrite the NBT. I already wrote those in metric. I wasn't going to rewrite them. I just had a lot on my plate. I wasn't, you're not gonna take me anyway, so hi. And then for vets, I passed the WAPT. Yeah, so now I was just waiting for my final results to see what's up. Okay, so come late September or October, last year still, I get an email from University of Pretoria telling me that I've been firmly accepted into medicine. I couldn't believe it. Like for real, I actually couldn't believe it. I was like, me? No ways. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. Don't play with me like that. So it took me a week or two for me to actually accept it, believe it, and now tell my mom, my aunt, my friends, that hey, I got this email. Easy. So now for UP, I was reluctant to apply for some reason, which was stupid. But yeah, I was reluctant. Also, I wasn't as motivated because now I received, I just felt like life was gonna keep coming up with more creative ways to stand between me and my dream. You see, it's probably not gonna work. I applied to enough varsities, and the UP is like the top ones as well. It's not gonna take me. You see, and another part of me, I was, I guess, more interested in VET's third year program because I'm already doing a degree, and then I just thought it would be cool to get into third year instead of going back to first year. But I was reluctant until my mom, that woman, I'll forever be grateful for her. She said, she forced me to apply to UP, and I kept saying, I'll do it, until she sent me her own 300 bucks. The 300 rand is the application fee for UP. I don't know, take this, you're applying. Now you don't have an excuse not to apply. I put my stubbornness and laziness aside. I applied. Now I'm here. All because of my mom. But anyways, so sometime towards the end of the year, I got accepted for neuroscience honors at UCT still. It was neuroscience is interesting to me, and I was open to doing that if medicine was gonna show me more rejections. I was open to the idea, and again, I love Cape Town, I love UCT, I guess. So that was gonna be my plan B, honors, which brings me to another piece of advice actually. Have a backup plan, have something to, I guess, bounce back on. Have plan Bs. Don't just apply to one university for one program and cross your fingers. This is life. Unwanted or unexpected things can happen, so you have to be prepared for that. Apply to multiple universities, apply for multiple things. Just have backup. For me, I applied to different universities for medicine, and dentistry and BCMP, physiotherapy, I think. Yeah, and I had honors as well as another plan. So yeah, just have many different options. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry and disappointed and now you're just regretting and beating yourself up. Just have things there, have options. Yeah, and then also just remember that going into something else that is like not your first option, it doesn't mean you gave up on your dream. It doesn't mean you gave up on your dream. It's just life decided to take a turn. You see, just things won't always go our way. Yeah, so just because you're doing something else doesn't mean you gave up. For me, I will say there was a 3-year delay, but then what's important is that I'm here now, you see. So yeah, so okay, fast forward, December and January was just basically me worrying about vets and whether they're gonna take me or not, because if I'm being honest, I worked hard for that. Thing is, and also money. I had to travel from Cape Town to Joburg and then 2 days later go back, and I had to pay the application fee, the WAPT fee, my money. So it was personal for me. It was personal. I wanted to get, it was personal. And also I was juggling my very difficult final year degree and the test exam, you see. So all that hard work, I was hoping it's gonna pay off. And I was just there waiting. But then for this year, the cutoff was pretty high. And my average from final year was 76 point something %. And according to Verts, that wasn't good enough for them. But I'm not complaining. I'm still happy where I am. I don't care. Yeah, it is okay. Obviously, it did kind of like, ouch. But it is what it is. You see, it is what it is. Yeah, we move. Okay, that's it. Long story short, I'm finally here. I'm now a medical student at the University of Pretoria and I'm loving it. I'm happy, and I hope this video, I don't know, does something good for you guys. Inspiring, motivating, useful, helpful, I don't know, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you to CK for having me on his amazing channel. Yeah, goodbye, all the best, and keep on keeping on. Bye.